Programmable drum machine. Invented by Ikutaro Kakahashi, the
Japan
Roland
made that?
808 was the first programmable drum machine. When it hit the market in 1980, it revolutionized music and was particularly popular. 10.
Wow.
Portable EKG.
What?
For those with heart problems, the EKG
Japan
became
made
much
that?
easier to carry around thanks to the Jap. 6.
Crazy.
QR code. While you might use a QR code
Japan
now
made
to
that
get
too?
information about a company or product, originally it was invented in 1994 by a Toyota subsidiary called...
I'm proud to say that, wow. You know, Japan is a fantastic country. And with konnichiwa minasan, kyodesu. 25 most incredible Japanese inventions throughout history. Excited to watch this video, but before that, guys, just make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Throughout history, Japan has created some of civilization's most important inventions.
Yeah.
From weaponry to electronics, their inventions permeate our culture, entertainment, and everyday life.
True.
In modern times, they've been pioneers in the technology sector, creating devices that we now take for granted.
Yeah.
It's safe to say the world wouldn't be the same without them. Curious to see what Japan has contributed to society? Well, I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 most incredible Japanese inventions throughout history. #25. Rickshaw. Have you seen those cars powered by people that carry other people around?
I didn't know that.
This
Wow.
clever and simple invention is called a rickshaw, and it was first invented by the Japanese in 1860. It was an inexpensive and popular mode of transportation at that time. It also got to be a great way to stay in shape. 24. Instant ramen. Love instant ramen noodles?
Well, that makes
Well,
sense.
you can thank
That
the
would make
Japanese for this amazing invention. Momofuku Ando invented it after seeing the destruction caused by World War II. Chicken ramen was first sold in 1958, and college dorms have never been the same. 23.
True.
The novel. The Tale of Genji, written in 11th century Japan, is considered the first novel ever written. It was written by a woman named Murasaki Shikibu, and is about a handsome aristocrat and his many romances. 22. Katana. While it's believed an earlier version of the katana sword was brought over to Japan from China, the version we know today was made much lighter and master-crafted by the Japanese, and used by samurai warriors. It first appeared in the Muromachi period from 1392 to 1573. Now, if we were at my house, I have an actual katana. But this'll do. It's probably just as dangerous. 21. Imari porcelain. Invented in Japan in the 16th century, Imari porcelain was a popular export by the Dutch East Indian Trading Company. It was discovered and made by the potter Ri Sampei. 20. Microcomputer. The Sword S&P 8008, invented and developed in 1972, was the first microcomputer. While it was an initial failure and never went into production, it was a great leap forward for computers. 19. Walkman. While the technology had been around for a while, Sony figured out how to put cassette tapes into a compact box that would let you listen to music on the go. They called it the Walkman, and released it in 1979. The device helped cassette tapes outsell vinyl for the first time in history. 18.
Wow.
Lean manufacturing. Developed by Toyota in post-World War II Japan, the lean manufacturing system, or just-in-time system, came out of studying Ford's manufacturing system, but adjusting it to fit their own needs. The goal of the system was to reduce waste while maintaining productivity. It's now a fairly commonplace system. 17. CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray. Compact discs were invented by both Sony and Philips, which is a Dutch company. They debated the smaller details, but eventually agreed on what we have today, an 115mm disc that holds 74 minutes of storage. Of course, later, Sony would go on to develop both DVDs and wage war against HD DVD with their superior Blu-ray disc. 16. Programmable drum machine. Invented by Ikutaro Kakahashi, the
Japan made that?
808 was the first programmable drum machine. When it hit the market in 1980, it revolutionized music and was particularly popular for its bass drum. The 808, sound familiar?
That means
15.
Japan helped create hip-hop.
Karaoke.
Wow.
The karaoke machine was invented by Daisuke Inoue in 1969.
That I knew.
But he didn't have a product to go to market until 1971. At first, it wasn't the biggest hit, but eventually, bars all over Japan wanted them. And while he did invent the machine, He technically never invented the term karaoke. It came from the phrase karaoke sutra, which means empty orchestra. It was shortened to karaoke and stuck. 14. Emoji. You have the Japanese to thank for those emoji on your phone. Created by Shigetaka Kurita and his team at company NTT Docomo, he grew frustrated with using only text as a way to communicate information. They developed images to represent emotions as a solution. 13.
I didn't know that.
Camcorder. While handheld video recording devices had been around since the 50s, Sony released the very first camcorder in 1983. It recorded everything on a Betamax tape and was much simpler than previous ways of recording movies. 12. Electric rice cooker. The first electric rice cookers were invented by Toshiba in 1955. The cooker totally revolutionized Japanese households by 1960, and by 1970, they continued to evolve, with microcomputers capable of adjusting temperatures. There's no rice in here.
That was some
11. Camera phone. Today, having a camera on your mobile phone is commonplace. But back in 1999, it was unheard of. Kyocera Corporation, the Japanese company, released the first cell phone with a camera. They called it the Visual Phone VP210, and it could store up to 20 JPEG images. Ooh, so many. 10.
Wow.
Portable EKG.
What?
For those with heart problems, the EKG became much easier to carry around thanks to the Japanese. In 1937, Tao Takemi invented the first portable electrocardiogram machine. Many of the same basic principles of the machine are still in use today. 9.
That's crazy.
Pocket calculator. Calculators have been around for a long
Japan made that
time.
too?
But the first microchip-based pocket calculator was invented by the Japanese company Busicom in 1970. It was called the Busicom LE120 Handy. 8. Blue LED light. 3 Japanese inventors, Isamu Akasaki, Hiroshi Amano, and Shuji Nakamura, made the first blue light-emitting diode in the 1990s, which propelled all the LED products we see today. They later received the Nobel Peace Prize for their invention. 7. Lithium-ion battery. In Japan, Asahi Kasei did significant work on the rechargeable lithium-ion battery technology, modifying earlier studies done on it, and with the help of Sony Corporation, allowed it to reach the consumer marketplace. 6.
Crazy.
QR code. While you might use a QR code now to get information about a company or product, originally it was invented in 1994 by a Toyota subsidiary called Denso Wave to help with the manufacturing process. 5. CRISPR. While no one technically invented CRISPR, a powerful gene editing technique, in 1987, Yoshizumi Ishino and his team at Osaka University discovered it. Unfortunately, at the time, they didn't really understand what they had discovered. However, their study laid the groundwork for what was to come. 4. 3D printing. 3D printing might seem like a new phenomenon, but the technology has been around for a while. In 1981, at the Nagoya Municipal Industrial Research Institute, Hideo Kodama published his idea of a rapid prototyping system using photopolymers. It was the first concept for a 3D printer. 3. Bullet train. Trains lost steam.
It's not too shocking.
In the United States after the invention of the car. However, in Japan, they came back in a big way. Japan invented and unveiled the first high-speed rail line, or the bullet train, from Tokyo to Osaka in 1964. This invention gained worldwide popularity, especially in densely populated areas in need of fast mass transit. 2. Flash memory. Flash memory, which isn't the ability to recall facts about the flash, allows your cell phones and smartphones to store data like music, pictures, and video. Without it, you can kiss your smartphone goodbye. Fujio Masaoka, who worked at Toshiba at the time, invented flash memory in 1984 to solve the problem of storing and holding data whether a device was turned on or off. 1. Android robots. Developed at Waseda University in Japan, the world's first Android robot was called Wabot 1. It was made in 1970, had artificial ears, a mouth, and eyes, and was able to lift objects.
That is absolutely crazy. Japan has contributed a lot in pushing the world forward. I think it's not shocking to say or surprising to say that Japan is probably one of the most important countries in modern civilization. I'm actually quite shocked how many inventions the Japanese have made that we've used in recent times, how frequently used these inventions are. Again, it shows a testament of the Japanese people, how they're very much inventors and people who can create things that makes it easier for society. So I'm proud to say that, wow, Japan is a fantastic country, and without Japan, I don't really know where the world would be right now. But please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys like the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, 気をつけて。じゃあね。